Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the IRA Civic Center in Grand Rapids for the North Regional Bantam AA Tournament. Our first matchup here, game number one, features the Bemidji Lumberjacks and the Cloquet Esco Carleton Lumberjacks. I forgot these two teams have the same nickname. Both teams are the Lumberjacks. So joining me here today, running camera and doing some color commentary, is Hunter Hillman. Hunter, you got out of school today a little bit, and it's gotta feel good. And thanks for joining me. How's it going today?
Pretty good. I mean, it's great to be out here enjoying some young hockey, seeing these teams' future, and seeing how what they got coming up through the program.
We got the national anthem here. Puck drop coming up. So we have Bemidji and Cloquet coming up here on Up North Hockey, game number one of the Bantam AA North Regional Tournament. Winner will move on to the semifinals tomorrow afternoon at noon as well. So this is going to be a challenge. This is my first game ever doing a game where both teams have the same nickname. I remember a couple years ago, Bemidji and Cloquet Esco Carleton played each other for high school, and I remember saying to myself, how do you do that game broadcasting, because they have the same nickname. So we'll have to see what happens here, but should be a good matchup here. I believe two pretty even teams, Bemidji and Cloquet.
At that point, you almost have to say, the purple team or the white team,
yeah,
color them by colors.
Or just say the town. Well, the teams are lined up at center ice here. Cloquet Esco Carleton in the purple here this afternoon, and Bemidji in the white uniforms. Looks like Bemidji is the home team, the higher seed for this game. In the Cloquet zone, brought out by the Lumberjacks, the neutral, and shot right back in by Bemidji into the Cloquet Esco Carleton zone. Once again, just getting underway from the IRA Civic Center here. Game number one of the North Regional Bantam AA Tournament here in Grand Rapids. We have a full schedule of games here on Up North Hockey today. At 2 o'clock, we have Hermantown and Brainerd. At 6 o'clock, the hometown Grand Rapids Thunderhawks taking on Roseau. And then Moorhead Duluth East. At 8 o'clock, 3 out of the 4 games should be really good games, Hunter. Hermantown, Brainerd. Hermantown, obviously the top team here in this region. But we'll see what happens. Playoff hockey here for youth hockey. Brought out by Bemidji. Here is Stewart, play at neutral here. Now it's going to be shot in by Cloquet's number 15, Robert Thornton. And now it's going to be covered up by the Bemidji goaltender, number 35, Alex Schaefer. So 14:06 remaining in period one. Just getting underway, no score between Bemidji and Cloquet Esco Carleton. A face-off here in the Bemidji zone in the near corner. Still in that corner, both teams battling for it. Now up at the point, shot back in by Cloquet's Preston Strang. Now here's Strang once again trying to put a shot on there, whiffs on it. Another shot by number 14, Isaac Surdich. And a save by Schaefer, the goaltender of Bemidji. Up at the point, and now Strand can't hold the blue line there. Puck goes all the way down. Here is Carson Young, who sends it all the way down. No icing on the play. Deep in the Bemidji zone now. Along the backboards, picked up by Cloquet Esco Carleton. On the near side, now up to the point. Shot there, doesn't get through traffic. In that corner once again. It's going to be... I do not have a number 10 on my roster here for Cloquet. So if you could send in who number 10 is, anyone watching here this afternoon for Cloquet. Here comes Bemidji now, tipped in by Manasseh. Now an offside against Bemidji, stoppage of play with 12:53 remaining in period 1.
It looks to me that Bemidji has definitely the size advantage over Cloquet, but as of early on right now, we've definitely seen Cloquet control that offensive zone for sure.
Yeah, you're right about that. They have a lot more size. Shorter bench, I've noticed. Not as many players on Bemidji. Cloquet has a few more players on their bench. But I think these two teams are pretty even. I'm not sure what the scores were when they played each other in the regular season, but I know besides Hermantown, they're the top team in this region. Besides Hermantown, it's pretty much wide open. Play here in the Cloquet zone, kept in and shot in by number 15, Lucas Karen. Along the far half wall, still in the Cloquet zone. Now the puck gets tipped to neutral and shot right back in by Bemidji, deep in the Cloquet zone. Back behind the net, down in the near corner. That's going to be brought out by Cloquet. Trying to pick it up there was Carson Hayes. He got tripped up there. Now here comes Bemidji. Austin Cole. Cole flips it in. He'll chase for it now. Now back behind the net, and now Cloquet comes away with it. Here's Carson Young trying to find a pass there. Can't connect there. And it goes all the way down for an icing. Stoppage of play with 11:43 remaining in period 1. Scoreless between Bemidji and Cloquet. Well, of course, Hunter Hillman's been helping us with camera all year long. Finally, we've been able to get him on the air here commentating. Towards the end of the high school season there, all my equipment was breaking, so my only option was to do the game solo and with Hunter doing the camera, but it's great to have you on the air here now, Hunter.
Yeah, I gladly appreciate being here, Blake, today, especially, even though it ain't, your fast high school guys. I mean, you get the young guys and you get to see how they get to play and how like I said, how the younger programs play and how they're going to eventually get up to those older programs.
Yeah, this is very good hockey here. Region hockey is, sometimes just as good as, high school hockey in the playoffs. I remember doing some games last year down in the cities for MN Hockey TV. Very exciting games, lots of emotion on both sides. The fans were really into it as it's picked up by Cloquet. A block shot there. It's Isaac Sturdich trying to send it out front. He gets bumped off the play. Deep in the Bemidji zone, now on the near side, going to pick it up is Stewart. Now a battle for it on the near side. Along the half wall, and it's going to be tipped out by number 14, Aiden Nidu. Play at neutral, and it's flipped in by Bemidji's Nidu once again. Deep in the Cloquet zone. 10:35 remaining in period 1. Bemidji comes away with it in their offensive zone, sent up to the point. Shot there, doesn't get through traffic. A rebound for number 15, Lucas Karan, and that makes it 1-0 in favor of the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Once again, Karan scoring the goal to make it 1-0.
And that was a great deflection in there from the shot at top. Great wrist slap shot, and that just got deflected right into the middle of the net.
Time of the goal was 4:35 of the first period. Wait for the official announcement here for this goal for Bemidji. They lead 1-0. Still waiting for that official announcement for that goal. It was number 15, Karin, like I said, scoring the goal. Well, play continues here in the Bemidji zone, picked up by the Lumberjacks. Sent across the ice, now over to the far side, and it's going to be flipped out by Manassa. Now here comes Bemidji, brought in by Knutz, Austin Cole. You have the wrong roster there. On the near side in the Cloquet zone. Back behind the net now, picked up by Cloquet's Joey Atanutty. Some of these names are tough for both teams. I'll do my best. Now deep in the Bemidji zone on the near side, along the half wall now, as it's tipped ahead by Cloquet's Dushkin. Now a battle for it in that corner. Bemidji will come away with it. Here's Ado once again. On the far side, sent up to the point now. To Foster. Now it's going to be brought up by Bemidji. Here is Manassa. Sets it across the ice over to Boston Smith. A shot right on. And a save by the goaltender for Cloquet. See, they have 3 goaltenders listed on this roster here. Looks like it is
number 1, I believe.
Number 1, Samuel Panger. So 8:39 remaining in period 1. It is 1-0 in favor of the Bemidji Lumberjacks. As they scored first a couple minutes ago, a shot there goes wide. Back behind the net, controlled by Bemidji, centering pass there by Fancano. Another shot there, and another save by Panger, the goaltender of Cloquet.
Just checking to see, I believe both these teams' high school programs made a deep section run, but I see that they released the Mr. Hockey and Frank Brimsick Award finalists, and both Jack Peart of Grand Rapids and Joey Pierce are both on that list from Hermantown.
That was just released today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where I see it.
Yeah, no surprises there that Jack Peart of Grand Rapids and Joey Pierce of Hermantown on that list. Here comes Cloquet. Antonati, shot there, goes over the net. And now the puck goes up in our play. Who's on there for the Frank Brismick finalists?
Askell Reed from Blake, Alex Timmons from Gentry Academy, and James Weineke from Maple Grove.
Okay.
I believe Gentry Academy right now is the number 1 in Class A over Hermantown, who's at number 2 currently. So.
Yeah, of course, Hermantown and Gentry Academy, the top 2 teams in Class A. Of course, you have other teams like Matamidi, Warroad, East Grand Forks, teams that can definitely make a run for Class A. But of course, Hermantown and Gentry Academy, the top 2 teams. Icing here against Cloquet.
And then, of course, Maple Grove and Lakeville South are all up there with Rapids. I think came in at 4 last time I saw.
Well, tomorrow right here at the IRA Civic Center, we are going to have a busy day of hockey once again. There's going to be a tripping penalty coming up on Cloquet. First power play of the game for Bemidji. But there's going to be a lot of region games going on here at the IRA Civic Center. We are streaming the 2 semifinal games here on Up North Hockey. Also, the boys varsity team will be playing at 2:30 against Cloquet in the Section 7 AA semifinals, looking to advance. Grand Rapids looking to advance. You know, both teams looking to advance.
Yeah.
But, looking to advance to that section championship.
Yeah. Grand Rapids obviously heavy favorites over Cloquet. But you never know. Playoff hockey is a different type of hockey.
So power play Bemidji. They lead 1-0. Brought out by Cloquet now. Sertic, he gets bumped off the play, and now he will tip it in. Now picked up by Bemidji. Here's Manassa. Manassa driving in with it. Still controlling. Over on the far side now. Shots over to the other side by Cloquet. Up at the point now. Kept in by number 18. Stonewall Jessner. A shot all the way down by Cloquet. And it will make it for an icing. 6:52 remaining in period 1. 1-0 in favor of Bemidji. Also, minute 14 remaining on the power play for the Bemidji Lumberjacks. Okay, sends it up the boards, and now it's flipped out by number 7, Joey Adenutti. Deep in the Bemidji zone, coming in to pick it up is Nicholas Johnson. Johnson backhands it over to Boston Smith. Now play at neutral, picked up by Cole. Cole tips it into the Cloquet zone. Now play back at neutral, intercepted by Nicholas Johnson. Johnson gets knocked off the play, and he is unable to keep it in. Bemidji's forced to retreat, and now it's going to be shot all the way down by Cloquet for another icing. 40 seconds remaining on the power play for Bemidji. That's probably been Cloquet's third icing in about the last 2 minutes here. Bemidji doing a very good job here on this power play, creating a lot of pressure on Cloquet. So Bemidji off to a pretty good start here in this game. So still some time remaining on the Bemidji power play here. Looking to make it 2-0 as they lead 1-0 over Cloquet Esco Carleton at the point. Back up at the point, kept in by Jessner. Back to Jessner now at the point. Set out front, shot right on by number 16, Peyton Nadeau. Another save by goaltender Panger. Face off here to the left of Cloquet netminder Panger. One back by the Lumberjacks. That's going to go all the way down. No icing on the play. Picking it up for Bemidji is Manasaw. Manasaw finds Nadeau on the pass. Now Cloquet controls in their own zone. Sent up to number 10. I have no number 10 on my roster once again. Now a shot there by number 7 of Cloquet, Joey Adenutti. Now on the far corner, along the half wall now. It's backhanded in by Cloquet's Carson Young. Behind the nets, Bemidji comes away with it. Here's Peyton Nadeau, and kept in at the point by Cloquet's Preston Strang. Jessner up the half wall, kept in by Cloquet. Here's Strang. Now a shot right on by number 5, Brody Dushkin, and a glove save by goaltender Alex Schaefer.
Another fun thing I think about this region stuff is that you're not just playing teams you'll play in sections when you're in high school. You get some of Section 8 and some of Section 7 in here with Cloquet, Rapids, East, and then Bemidji, Moorhead, and Roseau on the other half.
That's right. You have all northern teams. Of course, the northern teams are split up into 2 sections in high school. Of course, Cloquet, Grand Rapids, like you said, Hermantown, all in the same section. Duluth East. Then the other 4, Bemidji, Brainerd, Moorhead, and Roseau, all in Section 8. So yeah, it's always fun when this region tournament goes on. Play at neutral. We have 4:27 remaining in period 1. 1-0 still in favor of Bemidji. Cloquet Esco Carleton back at full strength here. As they kill off that penalty. Play behind the net in the Bemidji zone. Now it's going to be brought up by the Lumberjacks, sent to neutral. Now in the CEC zone. Here is Max Foster to Adenutti. And it's going to go all the way down for an ice and makes it down. Another icing against Cloquet. Stoppage of play with 3:59 remaining in period 1. Of course, so we had some really fun section games 2 nights ago in Section 8 AA. Roseau, they're the number 1 seed in Section 8 AA for high school. They took on number 8 Buffalo, and Buffalo took them to overtime. Roseau got the victory. They're 2-1 in overtime, but very close game there. Then Moorhead played Bemidji that same night. Overtime game there, 2 versus 7. And of course, Moorhead got the victory there as well.
Yeah, I definitely thought that one of those games could have been an upset, Bemidji or Buffalo. They both have potential, Seedings are just seedings when it comes to playoff hockey, like you've been saying. So,
especially in Section 8, you always see that. You saw it last year when Moorhead, they were the number 1 seed last year. They played Bemidji, and it was a close game to the end. It was a 1 or 2 goal game, and I believe Moorhead got an empty net in that game. So, yeah, Section 8, especially in Section 8, you're gonna, you see a lot of close games in the section playoffs.
Reminds me of 2016, 2017, Rapids and Duluth East in those section championships where they both went into overtime. So,
of course, at Grand Rapids, they had trouble in the semifinals. At least one of the years they had to come back against Elk River in that semifinal in 2017. It was a long road for them to make that state tournament and eventually the state champions.
Yeah, I mean, they just proved that they were, they felt that they were meant to be there, and they proved it. They played amazing, especially when you got down to the state tournament. You got to play like every game's your last. Taking down a good Eden Prairie team at the time, and it works.
Play here in the Cloquet zone, up at the point, kept in by number 12. Noah Manassa. Now it's going to be shot all the way down by CEC for another icing. 2:49 remaining in period 1. Still 1-0 in favor of Bemidji. They did not announce the goal there for the Lumberjacks of Bemidji. I did get the goal scorer, though. Once again, it was number 15 scoring the goal, Lucas Caron. Didn't get the assist on that goal. Time of the goal was 4:35 of the first period. Play continues here in the Cloquet zone as it's brought out by Robert Thornton. Thornton tips it into the Bemidji zone, covered up by goaltender Schaefer. And a face-off coming up in the Lumberjacks of Bemidji zone. Again, we thank everyone for tuning in here this afternoon, and hopefully all day long here. 3 other games coming up. Of course, this is the Bantam AA North Regional quarterfinals. Lots of good hockey coming up here today and all weekend at the IRA Civic Center. Deep in the Bemidji zone. Trying to shoot it out, kept in by number 9 of Cloquet, Ethan Kilichowski. In the far corner. Now set out front to number 7, Joey Adenutti. Couldn't get a shot off there. Now on the near side. Both teams battling for it. Cloquet comes away with it. Here's Adenutti. Now a shot there. That goes on by number 6. Max Foster back up at the point. Elena keeps it in. Now a shot doesn't get through traffic. Then a rebound for number 16, Sage Moran. Couldn't pull the trigger there. Now a block shot by Bemidji. Cloquet is buzzing right now. Bemidji trying to clear it. And it will be shot out by number 20, Braden Stewart. Play at neutral as it's tipped in by Cloquet's number 9, Ethan Kilichowski. Now shot all the way down by Bemidji. No icing on the play. Waved off by the referee. 1 minute remaining in period 1. Still 1-0 in favor of Bemidji. Now a penalty coming up. Our second penalty of the game will be against Bemidji this time. It is number 16 heading to the box. Peyton Nadeau. 2-minute minor for cross-checking. So Cloquet Carleton's first power play of the game here. Looking to tie it up at 1.
I believe it was a slashing penalty instead of a
okay. Either way, a 2-minute minor on Bemidji here. Looking to preserve their 1-goal lead over Cloquet Carleton. Up at the point, kept in by Adenutti. Now back behind the net, here is number 10. Once again, if you're watching this game and you know who number 10 is on CEC, just let me know. Number 10 is not on the official roster here. Number 10 controls in the near corner to Adenuddy. Adenuddy still with it along the blue line. Now trying to put it on net out front. Number 10 with the rebound. And covered up by goaltender Schaefer. Well, we only have 12 seconds remaining in period one. It's been a very entertaining period here. Mostly been dominated by Bemidji, I feel like, but Cloquet really starting to turn it on now.
Yeah, the second half of this period, I definitely think Cloquet has been controlling more, but most of the period has been really controlled by Bemidji. So, especially getting this power play now for Cloquet, they've been able to hold the zone a little bit more.
Time's going to run out here as the buzzer sounds. After one period of play, it's 1-0 in favor of Bemidji over Cloquet Carleton. Cloquet will have a power play for 1:05 to start the second period of play. Once again, recapping the scoring, Bemidji scored the only goal with a goal from number 15, Lucas Caron. Time of the goal was 4:35. Quick shout out to our sponsors. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, and cottonwood screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbeenvironmental.com. Minnesota Twistrel is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the season ahead and to have fun. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake, located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnipegosh. Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor, located in the Thunderbird Mall in Virginia. Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop. Good luck to all the players. For all of your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. And also, the Rink Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining in a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth. Check them out today. Second period action underway here from the IRA Civic Center. Cloquet will be on the power play for another 44 seconds, as it's still 1-0 in favor of Bemidji. Play at neutral. It's tipped ahead by Adenuddy. Now coming in to pick it up is Surdich. Surdich, number 14, over to the far corner. Here's number 10. Number 10 sends it up to the point to Adenuddy. Now Elena. Number 8 with a shot right on Carson Young. And a save by the goaltender Alex Schaefer. Bemidji controls in their own zone. They will send it all the way down for an icing. Another shout out here, 90 Degree Media. We thank them for building our website, upnorthhockey.com. You can find a PayPal link on that website if you're looking to donate money to support what we've done. You know, equipment, travel, food, lots of expenses to put this to make this stream possible. So once again, upnorthhockey.com for the PayPal link. Also, we have Venmo, which is Up North Hockey. Once again, Venmo, Up North Hockey. Play here in the Lumberjack zone, and now it's flipped up into the penalty box there. Goes out a play face-off coming up in the Bemidji zone. Well, Hunter, any thoughts on the game so far here in the second period?
Beginning of the second, I think, obviously Bemidji on that on that penalty kill, and they almost had that breakout right here. Just barely got on the Cloquet kid's stick, and he was able to get it out. But it was definitely a close opportunity there that could have happened. So, I mean, Bemidji is definitely buzzing more than Cloquet at the moment, but yeah, anything can change really.
Bemidji controls in their offensive zone, sent up to the point. Number 10 there can't hold the blue line on Nicholas Johnson. Now here's Johnson picking it up. Johnson will shoot it all the way down into the Cloquet zone. Going in to pick it up is Carson Young. Young with it. Backhands it out to neutral. Now Bemidji comes away with it. Manassa now in front of the benches as it's shot in by number 15, Lucas Caron. Caron just about had an opportunity there, taken away by Cloquet. And now shot up to number 15, Robert Thornton, but they are offside. Face-off will come on the far side here to the left. Let's get it offside against Cloquet. Just about an opportunity for number 15, Robert Thornton, but just a little anxious there.
Yeah, well, I mean, he saw that net the whole way as if the pass got through, he would have been all alone. But just look at the size of him compared to all these Cloquet kids. Jeez Louise.
Well, the puck's flipped up and out of play into the Bemidji bench. Face-off coming up in the Cloquet zone down to the left of goaltender Panger. 12:32 remaining in period 2. Still 1-0 in favor of Bemidji, once again scoring. The only goal of the hockey game was number 15, Lucas Caron. Bemidji controls in their offensive zone. Caron, rebound chance for number 17, still digging as the puck is still loose. Yeah, there was an opportunity for Boston Smith to possibly knock it in for Bemidji. Along the near half wall now, still in the CEC zone. Cloquet comes away with it. Here's Elena. Over to Foster. Now play at center ice. Here comes Cloquet. It is Kilichowski. Shot goes over the net. Now back in the Cloquet zone. Here is Nadeau. Pass over to number 14. Aiden Nadeau there, I believe. Covered up by Panger, the goaltender of Cloquet. A couple opportunities there for Bemidji. Just about made it 2-0.
A couple great saves by that goalie from Cloquet, Panger. I mean, man, that kid is playing really good. Letting that one goal, but otherwise he's been playing phenomenal.
For sure, yeah, he's been playing very well here so far. Play at neutral. There's a big hit there at center ice. In front of the penalty bench, shot on by Cloquet, gloved by the goaltender Schaefer. 11:27 remaining in period 2. So face-off in the Bemidji zone. Lumberjacks trying to flip it out, and now they will. All the way through neutral, back in the Cloquet zone now. So it's sent up the boards by Carson Young. Play in front of the benches now at neutral. Now sent up by Cloquet. Here's Surdich. Surdich trying to drive to the net. He gets hauled down there. No penalty on that play. And covered up by Schaefer. Probably a good call, though. I mean, you didn't really haul him down too much. I mean, good call by the referee.
Yeah, it looked like he almost just tripped over his own skates. So.
Yeah. No, quick shot right off the face-off there.
Great reaction time by the Bemidji goaltender.
Another face-off to the right of goaltender Schaefer in the Bemidji zone.
So wingers on that left side approaching in the circle a little too early.
Now off the face-off, Here are the Lumberjacks of Bemidji, set up by Boston Smith. Intercepted by Cloquet as it's shot all the way in by number 12, Grayson Hayes. Play continues here in the Bemidji zone. Now at neutral. Van Cannell trying to pick it up. Taken away by Cloquet. Here is Knott. Knott flips it down to the backboards. Now picked up by Bemidji's Manasseh. Now Cloquet intercepts. Flipped up through neutral by Hayes. And it's going to go down for an icing. Well, we have 10:13 remaining in period 2. The only goal of the hockey game belongs to Bemidji. Shot there by number 16 now, Peyton Nadeau. Right off the face-off, and another save by the goaltender Samuel Panger. They're not keeping track of shots here, but I would say he's probably faced about 20 shots so far, I would say.
Especially with the couple bunches there. There were about 3 or 4 shots right on goal at once, so you never know what he'll see.
Cloquet brings it in. Probably should have been offsides there. Looked like it was offsides. Now here comes Bemidji. A big hit there at center ice, middle of the ice. It's going to be brought right back in by Bemidji, but they're offside. 9:32 remaining in period 2. Still 1-0 in favor of Bemidji. Very physical game here so far.
Yeah, Bemidji definitely dominating on the physical aspect with their size. You know, they gotta have that. They have that size, so they definitely can use it.
Very physical game here so far.
Yeah, Bemidji definitely dominating on the physical aspect with their size.
So face off at neutral. Now back in the Lumberjack zone. Along the far half wall now, Bemidji will flip it out. And shot right back in by Cloquet's number 5, Brody Dushkin. In the far corner, picked up by Bemidji. Now play at neutral. And backhanded right back in by Cooper Elena. Deep in the Bemidji zone. Now a shot, scores! Tie hockey game! Cloquet ties it up, I believe number 5, Brody Dushkin scored the goal.
I think he went 5-hole on that, just was able to sneak it right in between the big goalie pads right there, so. Just like that, Cloquet ties it up 1-1.
Time of the goal is 6:07. I believe it was number 5 once again, Brody Dushkin. Do you agree with that, Hunter?
I agree with that one.
Dushkin?
Yep.
Fortunately, they are not announcing the goals here. The Area Civic Center. So brand new hockey game here. 1-1 between CEC and Bemidji. So we are about halfway through the second period. Cloquet sends it out to neutral. Now Bemidji's going to bring it right back in. Tripped up there. That's okay, Hunter.
My bad on that one.
Tends to happen at times when you're doing color and when you're commentating and doing the camera.
Another great opportunity right up front there.
Along the far side boards, Cloquet keeps it in once again, 1-1. Here in the second period, it plays 7:50 remaining in the middle period. Up at the point, kept in by Cloquet, shot there, goes wide. Now on the near side. Bemidji's going to slap it up the boards. And they will drive it out now to neutral. On the near side and flipped right back in by number 10. Once again, comment in if you know who number 10 is on Cloquet Carleton. Make sure to comment that. Send us a message. Here comes Cloquet now. Penalty coming up on the Lumberjacks. It will be a slashing penalty, as the Cloquet's player's stick was slashed right out of his hands. Now shot all the way down by Cloquet into the Bemidji zone. And now we're going to get a whistle here as Bemidji will touch it.
Cloquet caught Bemidji right in the middle of a shift change there, and that's how that kid was able to sneak out and then, of course, get the slashing call there.
So Boston Smith, number 17, heading to the box. It was a hooking penalty there. So power play, Cloquet, as we're tied up at 1 apiece. We have a false start here. Cloquet center out. Cloquet looking to get their first lead of the hockey game. Like I said, we're tied up at 1 apiece. Here come the Lumberjacks of Cloquet. Brought in by Adenuddy. Tipped out by Bemidji's number 14, Aiden Nadeau. Deep in the Cloquet zone now, 1:30 remaining on their power play. Here's Carson Young. Over to Elena. Elena flips it ahead to Adenuddy. Shot there, pad save by Schaefer. On the near side now, tipped out by Bemidji. Play at neutral now. Cloquet comes away with it. Here's number 10. And the purple and white for the Lumberjacks. Deep in the Bemidji zone now along the backboards. Just under 1 minute remaining on the power play for CEC. On the near side, here's number 10. Backhands it over to Young. Now up at the point, a slap shot. Rebound chance. And covered up by Schaefer. Nice shot there by number 11, Cooper Elena. He put a slap shot on that.
Great opportunity there. Just goalie found it right before the Cloquet defender could, or Cloquet offensive person could hit it in.
Well, we got a message here from Petra Nadeau. Giving me clarifying the pronunciation of number 14 on Bemidji, Aiden Nadeau. We appreciate that. Very tough name there. So once again, thanks Petra for setting that in. Play at neutral, backhanded in by Bemidji's number 3, Austin Coe. Cloquet control set through neutral as it's tipped in by Hayes. Tapped in by CEC at the point. Here is Knutson now. Out front, scores! Power play goal for the Lumberjacks of Cloquet. That makes it 2-1 in favor of CEC. Scoring the goal was number 12, Grayson Hayes. I believe the single assist went to number 3, Grady Knutson.
It's a great goal, just pass right from down low, right up front, and perfect slap shot to make it right in the back of the net.
Time of the goal was 10:04 of the second period. Once again, scoring the goal, Grayson Hayes. Single assist went to number 3, Grady Knutson. Power play goal for Cloquet Carleton. Now they get their first lead of the game. They lead 2-1 over Bemidji. 4:51 remaining in period 2. Bemidji will shoot it out to neutral. Now brought in by number 16, Peyton Nadeau. There's actually 2 Nadeaus on this team. Number 14, Aiden Nadeau, and number 16, Peyton Nadeau. Here's Peyton Nadeau with it. Sends it out front to number 17, Boston Smith. Can't connect on the pass there. Play continues here in the CEC zone. It's going to be shot up the far side by Cloquet's Carson Young. All the way back in the Bemidji zone. Coming in to pick it up is Nicholas Johnson. Johnson trying to find Cole on the pass there. Or actually at number 9, Knott. Knott now over to Fancano. Fancano with a shot right on. Point blank chance for Bemidji. Another save by Panger. After Panger let up that first goal, he has been lights out, Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's faced about 20 so shots after letting in that first one, and he's been solid in that right now. So, I mean, the Bemidji goaltender was pretty solid until he let those 2 goals up, so it just keeps going back and forth on which goalie is going to be playing better tonight.
Yeah, not just a lot of shots, a lot of grade A opportunities for
a lot of scoring
Bemidji.
chances for Bemidji.
Yep. Bemidji controls their offensive zone, trying to tie it up at 2 apiece. Shot there from the point by number 12, Noah Manasaw. Manasaw now sends it down to Cole. Now sent across the ice over to the far side in the corner as it's slapped up the boards by Max Foster. Now back to the Bemidji zone. Here is number 10 over on the far side now in the corner. Tipped ahead by Bemidji. Up to Austin Cole. Cole through neutral now. So he will flip it deep in the CEC zone. Going in to pick it up for the Lumberjacks of Cloquet is Elena. Now intercepted by Bemidji. Trying to send it out front there was number 14, Aiden Nadeau. No icing on the play all the way back in the Bemidji zone. Here's Jessner. Back to Jessner now at center ice. Jessner flips it in. He'll chase for it now along with Cloquet's Carson Young. Here's Young. He controls it. Trying to send a pass up. Hit the skate of his own teammate. It's kept in by Bemidji. Trying to pick it up was Peyton Nadeau. Here's Cloquet now. Strang. Trying to put a shot through there. Doesn't get through traffic. Now intercepted by Nadeau. Sends it out to neutral. Bemidji's going to be offside here. Number 14, Aiden Nadeau was just a little anxious there. The face-off will be in the neutral zone on the right side here. We have
This last couple minutes, I've seen a lot more neutral zone time more than any more offensive zone time as they keep going back and forth with good opportunities. So.
Well, we have 2:08 remaining in period 2. 2-1 in favor of Cloquet Carleton. Play continues here in the Cloquet zone. Over on the far corner. Now intercepted by the Lumberjacks. Strang sends it all the way down. And it will be an icing stoppage of play. Another face-off coming up in the CEC zone. So luckily for us, Hunter, there will be a resurface in between the second and third period, so we will get a little break here. Once again, 1:44 remaining in period 2.
Just like the Pee Wee tournaments that we worked last weekend, so.
Deep in the Cloquet zone. Now up at the point. Shot there, hits the player out front, goes on net. Save Panger. Back up at the point. Here's Johnson, shoots it wide. Over on the far side now, along the half wall. Sent behind the net, over to the near side now. Going in to pick it up for Bemidji's Cole, and now intercepted by Cloquet there momentarily. Now along the near half wall. Play at neutral. Here's Peyton Nadeau. To Cole, who shoots it all the way down. Now Nadeau and Cloquet's Nutty will chase for it. Now in the near corner, a battle for it. Just under 1 minute remaining in period 2. Puck through neutral. Bemidji controls. Shot through neutral up to Peyton Nadeau. Nadeau driving in, trying to make a move. Now he mishandles it. Nadeau still with it. To Johnson's shot there. Over on the far side now. Here's Caron. Shoots it out front. That's going to be shot all the way down by CEC. Shot down by number 10. Goes down for an icing. 26 seconds remaining in period 2.
Last minute of this period before this 26 seconds. I mean, Bemidji's had grade A scoring opportunities here. Controlling the offensive zone, really came out buzzing after Cloquet scored that second goal.
But the point shot doesn't get through traffic over on the far side now. 20 seconds remaining in period 2. It's brought up by Cloquet Carleton. Here's Sertic. Sertic trying to put a shot on there as he mishandles it. On the far side, both teams battling for it. 5 seconds remaining in period 2. Bemidji controls. They will run the timeout here. And the buzzer sounds. That does it for period number 2 from the IRA Civic Center. We will get a resurface here. 2-1. Cloquet Carleton over Bemidji after 2 periods of play. G&B Environmental specializes in proactive air and water filtration services, HVAC coil protection, cottonwood screen insulation for cooling units, UV light air purification systems, and electrostatic disinfectant spraying for COVID-19 and other contagions. Give them a call at 1-800-466-2018 or visit gbeenvironmental.com. Minnesota Twist Trail is a proud sponsor of Up North Hockey and wish best of luck to all players on the playoffs ahead and to have fun. Winnie Trading Post is your one-stop shop on the way to the lake. Located 12 miles north of Deer River on Highway 46 by Lake Winnebagosh, Winnie Trading Post offers gas, food, bait, propane, and everything in between. Find them on Facebook by searching Winnie Trading Post or stop by on your next trip to the lake. Stop by Iron Range Apparel for all your Minnesota-themed clothing and home decor. Located in the Thunderbird Mall, Iron Range Apparel offers lake cabin and home decor along with a large variety of apparel. Grab a hockey hoodie for the rink or a winter hat for the cold Minnesota weather. Iron Range Apparel also offers wholesale pricing and custom screen printing. Find them on Facebook and Instagram or shop online at ironrange.shop. And good luck to all the players. For all of your heating, air conditioning, and refrigeration needs in the Grand Rapids area, call Tony from Anthony's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration at 218-256-1092 or find them on Facebook at Anthony's Heating, AC, and Refrigeration, LLC. The Rig Sports Grill in Eveleth offers casual family dining and a hockey-themed atmosphere. Try one of their daily specials or your favorites from the menu. The Rink Sports Grill offers 8 large-screen TVs and 2 10-foot projection screens, so you never have to miss a minute of the game. The Rink also offers large and small group seating with meeting areas available. Full menu, limited menu, or buffet, they can cater your event, party, or meeting. That's the Rink Sports Grill at 301 Hattrick Avenue in Eveleth. Check them out today. And also 90 Degree Media, we thank them for building our website. You can find a PayPal link through our website, upnorthhockey.com, to donate money. Also, we have Venmo, which is upnorth-hockey. Once again, Venmo, upnorth-hockey, and PayPal at upnorthhockey.com. Any and all donations are greatly appreciated. So, after 2 periods of play, once again, it's Cloquet Carleton 2 and Bemidji 1. We'll be back for the final period of play coming up from the IRA Civic Center. All right, welcome back, everyone, to the IRA Civic Center. I'm looking at the Mr. Hockey finalists here on MN Hockey Hub. The 10 Mr. Hockey finalists are Carter Batchelder of Eden Prairie, Cam Botch of Lakeville South, Jackson Hallam of St. Thomas Academy, Kyle Kukkonen of Maple Grove, Luke Lewandowski of Rosemount, Luke Middlestad of Eden Prairie, Henry Nelson of Maple Grove, Joe Palatachuk of Hill Murray, Jack Peart of Grand Rapids, and also Joey Pierce of Hermantown. And like Hunter mentioned before, the 3 Frank Brismick finalists are Axel Reed of Blake, Alex Timmons of Gentry Academy, and Jack Weinicke of Maple Grove. So a lot of good players for the Mr. Hockey Award. It could really go to anyone, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think really, me looking at this, if I narrowed it down to the 5 or however many they have to, I'd say Kukkonen for Maple Grove for sure. Probably Luke Middlestad. Hopefully Jack and Joey are both on there, and then possibly Palatachuk from Hill Murray.
Of course, with Joey Pierce being injured right now, that'll probably hurt his chances of getting the award or being in the top 3 or 5, like you said. But
yeah, for sure. Hermantown can definitely. They are pretty good, but they definitely could use Joey back for section championships. Especially without Zamplant. For sure. Yeah,
those are 2 big losses. I mean, they're 2 best players on the team, but they're still very deep without them.
Yeah, for sure. The thing is with Joey and Zam, Zam's a forward playing for forward, and Joey's a defenseman. So you lose out of both those cores, probably your best player out of both those cores. It's definitely hard on you,
Yeah, they should have, a pretty easy time in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah. Proctor, I believe.
I don't know what's going to go on there. International Falls got shut down due to COVID now, so Reed Larson told me that, and he said that Duluth Denfeld will get the bye, but that wouldn't really make sense. You would think Hermantown would get the bye now to the semifinals, and Duluth Denfeld would have to play Proctor.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, if they don't have Pierce and Plant in the playoffs, maybe Duluth Denfeld could give them a run for their money, but like I said, they're still a very deep team.
And they came played here Rapids on Monday, and I believe you had that game. I don't know how tremendous they did against Rapids, but obviously that's a Class A versus a Class AA game. But I mean, Denfeld didn't look too bad to me all year. I mean, they had a couple key losses, obviously, but definitely, of course, against those AA teams, it's going to be a tough competition, especially against Grand Rapids.
Well, the teams are back on the ice here for the final period of play from the IRA Civic Center. 2-1, Cloquet Esco Carleton over Bemidji after 2 periods of play. Coming up after this game, we have Hermantown and Brainerd. I believe the number 1 versus number 8 seed in this tournament. That'll be following the conclusion of this game. At 6 o'clock, Grand Rapids Roseau. Then Moorhead Duluth East at 8 o'clock. Well, we'll see if Bemidji can tie it up here. Wouldn't it be something if we saw overtime in game number 1?
Oh, that'd be great. I mean, Bemidji definitely has the strength and power to do so. We can just gotta see him execute. That's all that's gotta matter.
Well, period number 3 is underway from the IRA Civic Center, tipped in by Cloquet's number 7, Joa Adenuddy. In the Bemidji zone, sent up the sideboards and shot deep in the zone by number 11, Cooper Elena. On the near side now, Bemidji will shoot it out through center ice. Here is Lucas Caron. Now a breakaway chance for Cloquet if they hurried there. Number 7 just had a breakaway there, Joey Adenuddy, and he got it poked away. The puck goes on net and covered up quickly by goaltender Alex Schaefer. .14:25 remaining in period 3. Just getting underway for the final period of play. It's 2-1 in favor of CC over Bemidji. Play at neutral. So shot in by Bemidji into the Cloquet zone. Now sent up the boards by number 11, Cooper Elena to neutral. Now in front of the benches. Now back in the Cloquet zone. Intercepted by Bemidji. Shot all the way down by Cloquet. No icing on the play. Intercepted by Cloquet at neutral. Here is Young. Carson Young back to number 12. Grayson Hayes fires it wide there. Now here is Stewart. Over on the far side, brought up by Bemidji. A very physical start to this third period, Hunter.
Yeah, Cloquet is definitely coming out a lot more physical than before in that first and second period, matching Bemidji's physical intensity.
As there's a shot right on there by number 12, Grayson Hayes. Another save by Alex Shaver. Face off to the right of the Bemidji netminder, Schaefer. In the Lumberjack zone. In the near corner, now sent behind the net. Over to the far side by Nadeau. Cloquet keeps it in. Here's Adenuddy, sends it across the ice to the near side. Now brought out by Bemidji's number 16, Peyton Nadeau. Nadeau driving up with that shot right on. And Sam Panger with the save.
I believe that's his first save of the third period. First offensive zone entry for Bemidji that they actually sustained for a little while.
Face off here to the left of Panger in the CEC zone. Here's Foster. On the near side, on the corner. Over to the far side. Sent up to number 5, Brody Dushkin. Now back in the Bemidji zone. It does make it for an icing. Stoppage of play, face-off coming up in the CEC zone. 12:32 remaining in our final period of play, still 2-1 in favor of Cloquet Carleton. Well, Hunter, I see you have some March Madness basketball on. Who's playing in that game?
Right now I'm looking at Colgate and Arkansas, with Colgate being a 14 seed, currently having a 1-point lead over the 3 seed Arkansas. So that would be a big upset right away in the first round.
Of course, it's playoff time for all winter sports, from youth hockey to, youth sports to college sports. All around the country, you have college hockey playoffs going on, college basketball playoffs going on. You have the college or the high school hockey and basketball state tournaments coming up, section playoffs going on right now, and of course youth playoffs going on as well.
Yeah, definitely. This Saturday is a packed schedule with girls basketball at home against probably Duluth-Denfeld, the 8 seed. Rapids getting the 1 seed out of that. Boys hockey here facing Cloquet. Girls hockey going to the section championship down in Andover. And the boys basketball, I think, are also heading to Chisago Lakes for the 4-5 game on Saturday as well.
Is that a Grand Rapids Greenway Lightning game tomorrow?
I think it was Saturday. Yeah, tomorrow.
Okay.
All that was tomorrow.
So a penalty here on CEC. So a power play for Bemidji. In the box is number 8, Carson Young. Bemidji trying to tie it up at 2-1 in favor of CEC. In the near corner. Both teams battling for it. Now up to the point. And a shot right on. Another chance there. That was a shot by number 16, Peyton Nadeau. And a save by Panger now, all the way back in the Bemidji zone, covered up by Alex Schaefer, the goaltender of the Lumberjacks. 11:22 remaining in period 3. Minute 37 remaining on the power play for Bemidji. So they trail 2-1 to CEC. Up at the point. Deflection there, goes over the net. Play continues here in the Bemidji zone. Along the half wall now, Bemidji comes away with it. Here's Manasaw. Manasaw trying to find a pass up to number 14, Aiden Nadeau. Can't connect, goes all the way down for an icing. So face off here to the left of goaltender Schaefer. In the Bemidji zone. Carried up by Johnson. Nicholas Johnson still with it into the CEC zone. Johnson skates back with it now. Sends it up to the point. To Fink Cannell. Now shot scores! Right from the point, a snipe from number 17, Boston Smith. They tie it up at two apiece. Power play goal for the Lumberjacks of Bemidji.
And that had no deflections going all the way in, so I would give credit for that to number 17 for sure. Great shot from the point.
Time of the goal is 4:21 of the third period. Tied up at 2 apiece. A brand new hockey game here at the IRA Civic Center. One back by Bemidji off the center ice, face off. Trying to shoot it up, intercepted by CEC, and now Bemidji comes away with it. And now breakaway scores! 3-2 Bemidji! Scoring the goal was number 16, Peyton Nadeau. Within seconds, Bemidji takes the lead.
It takes just one goal to make it a brand new hockey game, and Bemidji did that with the second goal. And then, I'd say, 8 seconds? Not very much.
See here.
Bemidji scores again.
It was 14 seconds.
Very quick, very quick. And now Bemidji has a 3-2 lead.
So once again, scoring the goal is number 16, Peyton Nadeau. That makes it 3-2 in favor of Bemidji. .16 remaining in period 3. There's an icing against Bemidji there. Face off in the Lumberjack zone. Up at the point, kept in by Cloquet. Doesn't get through traffic. Now a shot towards the net goes off the skate of number 18, Jessner. Now another icing against Bemidji here. Face off coming up to the left of goaltender Alex Schaefer. Yeah, what a turn of events here at the IRA Civic Center. 3-2 now in favor of Bemidji. Cloquet trying to get something going here as it's brought out by Bemidji through neutral. Brought in by Nadeau. Nadeau's shot hits the back of the netting.
Side of the netting.
Now CEC comes away with it. Now taken away by Nadeau, number 16, Peyton Nadeau. Over on the far side now. Now we have a whistle, a penalty coming up. Tripping penalty on. It will be on Bemidji's number 3, Austin Coe. 2-minute minor for tripping.
Bemidji's definitely picked it up here in the third with their intensity. Coming out of that break down 2-1, they score these 2 quick goals and they're back up with only 9 minutes left to go in the game, See if Cloquet can have an answer, if Bemidji's just going to keep rolling.
So power play CEC now as they trail 3-2. Looking to tie it back up at 3 apiece. Here come the Lumberjacks. Tipped in by number 8, Carson Young. Now the puck goes up and out of play. for a stoppage of play. Face-off coming up in the neutral zone. One back by Bemidji into their own zone on the near side. Picked up by Cloquet. Here is Carson Young. Now up at the point, Elena. Down to Young. Back up at the point to Elena. Over to Young now. Can't get a shot through traffic there. Now 10 trying to drive it to the net. Once again, I don't know who number 10 is on Cloquet. All the way back in the CEC zone. Lumberjacks pick it up. Now play at neutral. It's going to be brought in by number 14, Isaac Sertich. Over in the far corner. Cloquet comes away with it. Here's Carson Young. Put the point to Elena. Back to Young now. On the far side, down to the corner. Here's number 10. Number 10 going behind the net over to the near side now. Now on the back door with the shot goes wide was Carson Young with the shot. Now play at neutral. Back in the CEC zone, taken away by Bemidji. Just about a shorthanded opportunity for number 16, Peyton Nadeau. Here comes CEC now. Adenuddy. He'll get a shot on net there. Now it's going to be shot all the way down by Bemidji. Goes just wide of the net, goes down for an icing. 10 seconds remaining on the power play for CEC.
I think that was a very well executed Bemidji penalty kill for as of right now. I mean, I would have liked to see Cloquet get a little more going towards the net a little bit. They seem to be passing it around a little bit too much. Could have made a couple extra passes and got a better look at the net, but, you know.
Bemidji back to full strength, now back to 5-on-5 hockey. They still lead 3-2 over CEC as it's flipped all the way in by number 7, Joseph Van Cannel. On the far side, shot right back down by Nicholas Johnson. Now on the near side. Bemidji still keeping it in, shot all the way down by Aiden Nadeau. Now here's CEC. They will flip it out to neutral. Here comes Bemidji now, number 16, Peyton Nadeau. He gets tripped up there. No penalty on the play. Over on the far side now. Up at the point, kept in by Bemidji. Now intercepted by CEC. Here's Kilichowski. Kilichowski driving into the Bemidji zone. On the near side, 6:26 remaining in period 3. Here's Nadeau to neutral. Now picked up by number 9. Briggs not. Play at neutral now. It's going to be backhanded all the way down by number 10, Nicholas Johnson. Centering pass there out to number 15 for Bemidji. Caron. Shot that goes wide. Now play at neutral. And it's going to be shot all the way back down by Bemidji's number 12, Noah Manasaw. In the far corner now in the CEC zone. To the near side now. And shot out by Cloquet Carleton. Now deep in the Cloquet zone. Here is Carson Young, number 8. Young up the far half wall, now tipped out by the Lumberjacks of Cloquet. Now back in the Cloquet zone. Here's Carson Young once again. Over to his defensive partner, number 13, Preston Strang. Back to Young, and Young's going to fire it all the way down for an icing. 5:02 remaining in period 3. Still 3-2 Bemidji over Cloquet Esco Carleton.
It looks like now that Bemidji has this lead, they're definitely playing the dump and chase game. Just dumping in, chase after it, trying to keep everything out of their defensive zone, obviously, because Cloquet can be dangerous when they enter the offensive zone.
Shot there by Bemidji. Poke check by the goaltender. Panger goes up and out of play for a stoppage of play. Face-off coming up to the right of the CEC netminder, Panger. One back by Bemidji to the point. Here's a shot. Doesn't go on net. Goes wide. Deflects wide, rather. Back up at the point. Shot doesn't get through traffic this time. Here's Dushkin. Sends it all the way down. It will not make it for an icing. Now Bemidji breaking out to center ice. It's shot all the way down by number 3, Austin Cole. Now the near side and to neutral. Here's Bemidji's number 20, Braden Stewart. Shot all the way down by Bemidji. Going back to pick it up for CEC is Carson Young. And tipped in deep in the Bemidji zone by number 15, Robert Thornton. Out front, and a shot! Scores! Tie hockey game! CEC ties it up at 3 apiece. That was number 7 scoring the goal, Joey Adenuddy.
Captain was right there, right at the right time. Puck bounced out, came right to him, and he was able to slip it in right past the outstretched pad of the goaltender. Tie the game up.
Time of the goal was 10:59 of the third period. Once again scoring the goal, number 7, Joey Antonutti. I don't know if I'm saying that name correctly. A tough name there for number 7 of Cloquet, but
sounds a little Italian.
Well, we have 3:40 remaining in period 3. We are tied up at 3 apiece in North Region Bantam AA quarterfinal number 1. Here comes Bemidji. A shot! Right on! Hits the pipe! Rebound chance! Oh my goodness! Holy! I thought that was maybe in, and then they had a rebound chance, and what a sequence of events there, Hunter.
I mean, that was a great shot. It looked like it almost hit the inside of the pipe and almost go in, but it had a lucky bounce, and Panger, I'm sure, is thanking the iron on that one for sure.
Goaltender's best friend, the pipe.
Can't tell you how many times I've hit the pipe shooting before. And no, we were not playing pipes outside.
So face-off in the Bemidji zone. Once again, tied up at 3 apiece with 3:10 remaining in period 3. Play at neutral. Now it's brought in by Cloquet's number 12, Grayson Hayes. Hayes trying to center it. Nice defensive play there by the captain, number 12 of Bemidji. That was Noah Manassa. That was a very nice diving play to block the pass, centering pass out front.
Yeah, and you see a lot of the times that works, and a lot of times it does not. It is a 50-50 shot, and that time it worked out in Bemidji's favor. Especially needed as Cloquet is buzzing in the offensive zone right now.
You're 100% right about that, Hunter. Yeah, it doesn't always work, like you said. And if it doesn't work, you're pretty much screwed because you're on the ground, because you dove to try to block it. You're on the ground.
I remember watching in that 2017 game, Blake McLaughlin had Micah Miller on the backside. I think it was in the semifinals or the final against Moorhead or Eden Prairie, and that exact same play happened, and Blake McLaughlin was able to snipe it in for a goal, but the defender decided to take out the defenseman, or the other side.
Back in the CEC zone, here's Carson Young. He gets it poked away, and he will recover it, pick it back up. Sends it across the ice now. Now here's a possible chance. As it was sent up to number 9, Ethan Kilachowski. He gets it taken away by Bemidji. Through center ice, trying to poke it in. Intercepted by Cloquet's number 13, Preston Strang. They are offside. Minute 37 remaining in period 3. We are pretty much already in overtime right now. Next goal pretty much wins the hockey game.
For sure. I believe it was you who said, what if we go into overtime in the first game of the tournament here? And it looks like it's a very well possibility that it might happen.
Yeah, still lots of time left, but not a lot still, a lot of time to score a goal. But
yeah.
We're getting close to the end of regulation here. Here's Carson Young, sends it over to his defensive partner, Strang. Now deep in the Bemidji zone. Behind the net, Cloquet picks it up. Here's number 10 along the far half wall. Now on the corner, Bemidji will come away with it. Nicholas Johnson on the far half wall. It will be kept in by CEC. Shot all the way down by number 14, Isaac Surdich. 1 minute remaining in regulation in this hockey game. We are tied up at 3 apiece. Now it's going to be shot all the way down by Bemidji's number 9, Briggs Knott. Here's Carson Young for Cloquet. Young trying to find Dushkin on the pass there, can't connect. Back in the Bemidji zone, sent up to neutral, the number 7, Joseph Fankhanel. It's going to be shot all the way down by Bemidji, now intercepted by Young. Young sends it off the glass, and it will go all the way down for an icing. An offensive zone face-off coming up for Bemidji. We'll see if they can work their magic with 24 seconds remaining in period 3.
You never know what can happen. Goals can be scored at the last possible second of a hockey game.
I've seen lots of goals scored with 0.1 seconds. The most memorable goal for me that I saw that was scored with 0.1 seconds was the 2018 Section 7A championship game, Hermantown and Greenway. Hermantown was leading in the third period, and here's a story on this. There's about 10 seconds remaining. I thought the game was over. Hermantown was up over Greenway. I started walking up the aisle there at Amsoil Arena. Started walking up to, go home. 10 seconds remaining, I start walking up, and with 0.1 seconds remaining, Greenway scores to tie it up at 3 apiece.
And I believe that was Cam Lance, if I remember correct.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a good hockey player. I think that was his junior. I think it was his junior year because I think he on that.
They came back the next year and went to state.
Yeah.
Obviously, Hermantown won in overtime eventually in that game.
Yes, and then I think Hermantown ended up winning that state tournament every single game in overtime, I believe was the case.
I think that was actually 2017.
2017? Gotcha.
When Grand Rapids was down there for AA. Hermantown won it for Class A and Grand Rapids won it for Class AA.
That was a crazy chain of events watching 3 games of Hermantown in overtime, especially in the championship against that Moose Lake Annandale team, I believe.
Yep, Monticello Annandale. Yep.
The Moose.
Also known as Mammal.
Yeah.
Shot there by Bemidji, hits the helmet of goaltender Panger. That probably rung his bell a little bit.
I mean, it bounced high enough to hit a rafter. I think it did.
Yep, stoppage of play here. 15 seconds remaining. Another offensive zone face-off for Bemidji, tied up at 3 apiece. Run back by Bemidji, shot! Looks like that's...
Is that another one off there?
I believe so. I was just going to say that. And it goes out of play once again. Another face-off here for Bemidji in their offensive zone. 11 seconds remaining, tied up at 3. It's going to be flipped out by CEC to neutral. 4 seconds remaining. Now playing the CEC zone. They will shoot it out, and we are heading to overtime here at the IRA Civic Center. So yeah, this is playoff hockey here. This game will go until we get a winner. Playoff hockey, region hockey, a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's hard to think who you pick to win this game right now, as both teams are playing way better in the third period. I could not tell you who's was controlling better. I mean, Bemidji came out first right away in the first period, controlling physically. Cloquet came out in the second even harder, and now it's just been a dog fight. And, of course, now we're going into overtime.
Of course, the winner of this game will move on to the North Region Bantam BAA semifinal game tomorrow afternoon at noon. The winner of this game will play the winner of Hermantown and Brainerd coming up at 2 o'clock. It might be later than 2 o'clock. We'll see how long this overtime goes. Lately, the last few overtimes I've seen, there's been a lot of early winners in overtime. I've seen that quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think watching any game, you think there's going to be a quick overtime, NHL. Most memorable I can remember, I think I was watching a girls' state championship with Breck and Warroad, and I think Breck scored about 8 seconds in a couple years back, so it was very quick.
Well, the last couple boys section playoff games I've seen, Roseau Buffalo is about probably 5 minutes in when Roseau scored to win it. Moorhead beat Bemidji. That was actually 6 seconds remaining in the first overtime period. Of course, they only play 8 minutes for the first overtime. Then they get a resurface, and then they come back out for a full 17 minutes for high school.
Yeah. I mean, I think, both games are going to be good. I think they'll put 10 minutes on the clock here. I mean, like you said, nice goal wins it.
Well, here we go, Hunter. Like you said, 10 minutes on the board. Overtime is underway from the IRA Civic Center. It's Bemidji and Cloquet. Play at neutral now. Brought up by the Lumberjacks. Trying to pick it up is number 15, Lucas Caron. Now brought up by Cloquet Carlton. Play at center ice. Cloquet comes away with it. It's brought in by Surdich. Surdich driving in, shot! And gloved and saved by goaltender Schaefer. Now here comes Bemidji. Brought in by Peyton Nadeau. At center ice, shot right back in by Bemidji's number 12, Noah Manassa. Now back on neutral, shot all the way down by number 10 of Cloquet. This guy number 10 is not on my roster here. Play back at neutral. He shot all the way in by Bemidji's number 18, Stonewall Jessner. Cloquet will flip it out to neutral on the near side, and now here come the Lumberjacks of Cloquet. Brought in by number 10 with a shot right on. Number 10 with a shot there. And it's saved by the goaltender Alex Schaefer of Bemidji. Well, we got 8:33 remaining in our first overtime period. It's obviously a tie hockey game, 3-3 between Cloquet and Bemidji. The Lumberjacks, the battle of the Lumberjacks here at the IRA Civic Center. Play at neutral, and it's going to be shot all the way down by Cloquet's Adenuddy behind the net. Now Bemidji's going to bring it out. Here is Peyton Nadeau. He falls down and picked up by Nicholas Johnson. Up at the point, and now Bemidji can't hold the bull line. Skating back with it is Braden Stewart to Nadeau. Shoots it in. Bemidji will get a line change here. The Cloquet zone, step behind the net over to Foster. Now all the way back in the Bemidji zone. Set to neutral. Up to Caron. He can't control it, and now Carson Young will shoot it out to neutral and shot right back in by Bemidji. Sam Krollman sending in a message asking if we're doing all 4 games today. Yes, we are. after this game, we have 3 other games. Now we have a whistle here for an injured player. It's Preston Strang on the ice there. He's skating off on his own power, which is good to see. But finishing that response, Sam. Yes, we're doing all 4 games today. Coming up next, Hermantown Brainerd, Grand Rapids Roseau at 6 o'clock, and then Moorhead Duluth East at 8 o'clock. Also tomorrow we are streaming the 2 semifinal games for this North Region Bantam AA tournament at 10 a.m. and noon, and also on Sunday the championship game at 9 a.m. and the second seed game at 4 p.m. Bemidji controls in their offensive zone, and now it's going to be shot all the way down by Cloquet for an icing. 6:46 remaining in our first overtime period.
Another question popped up here. The Rapids Bantam game, I believe that is at 6 o'clock, correct?
Yes, they play Roseau at 6 o'clock. Face off here to the left of Panger in the CEC zone. On the near side, now controlled by Bemidji's Cole. Cole up to the point to Nadeau. Shot there. Pad saved by Panger. Here comes CEC now. Kilichowski driving in with it. Sends it out front. Shot right on by number 14, Sertic. Couple other opportunities there, and now brought out by Bemidji. Here's Cole trying to make a move. Broken up by the Cloquet defenseman, Max Foster. A shot all the way down by Cloquet. Goes down for an icing. We have some fan chatter here. The fans really into this game, Hunter.
Yeah, well, especially going into overtime, you knew it was going to be very interesting, and both sides from Cloquet and Bemidji are cheering on as hard as they can to get these guys to score the game-winning goal.
Here comes Cloquet, brought in by number 5, Dushkin. Oh, a shot there goes just wide. Cloquet's had a couple opportunities here to win the game. A few seconds ago, before the face-off there, that just about went in before. Another shot there, pad save by Schaefer.
Hit the pipe.
Bemidji's going to shoot it all the way down now for an icing. Face-off coming up in their own zone.
That last shot, you can hear it nick the pipe, and these Bemidji fans, or not Bemidji, Cloquet fans to our right here, jumping up like, oh, so close, you know. It's getting real, getting close.
One back by Cloquet Carleton in their offensive zone. Shot there, that goes wide. Cloquet still controls. Now a shot there, and a save by Schaefer, covered up by the goaltender of Bemidji. Yeah, this is a playoff hockey at its finest right here. Overtime in Youth Region playoffs. Doesn't get much better than this, Hunter.
No, it doesn't, Blake.
Brought up by Cloquet. Here's Adenuddy trying to find a pass there. Can't connect. Now here's Austin Cole. Sends it behind the net on the near side now. Up the half wall. Kept in by number 11. Cooper Elena puts a shot right on. And another save for Alex Schaefer of Bemidji.
Cloquet seems to be controlling most of the offensive zone here. I mean, I haven't really seen too much in their defensive end because they've been getting so many quality shots here on Schaefer.
Cloquet controls right off the faceoff. Now Bemidji will come in and flip it out. Goes up and out of play. Another stoppage of play here with 4:45 remaining in our first overtime period. Shot there, saved by Schaefer. Now Bemidji comes away with it. Here's Manassa. Now to Knott to put the shot from the blue line right on there. And now a save by Panger. Of course, also on Up North Hockey this weekend, we have coverage of the BAA North Regional Tournament in Virginia. Randy Catron with the call for those games. He will be there all weekend long as well. Shot there from the point by Manassa, goes wide. Along the backboards. On the near side now, brought out by Cloquet's number 10. To Kilichowski. Now a centering pass out front, intercepted by Bemidji. Brought up by Smith. Now over to Manassa. Behind the net now. Up at the point. Kept in by the Lumberjacks. Now on the near side. To neutral now. Here comes Cloquet. Brought in by number 10. Here come the Bemidji Lumberjacks now. Brought in by Nicholas Johnson. Now over on the far side. It will be kept in by Stewart. Now on the near side, sent up the half wall. Now play at neutral. Tipped in by number 14, Aiden Nadeau. Play at neutral now. Cloquet Esco Carleton shoots it all the way down. Puck goes across the ice to the far side. Ooh. That probably could have been a check from behind or something there. At least
there definitely could have been.
A cross check.
There was some contact to the head there, it looked like.
It's going to be shot all the way down by CEC. Shot down by LNI, goes down for an icing. A face-off coming up in the CEC zone. Face-off here to the right of goaltender Panger. We have 2:50 remaining in our first overtime period. A shot! Scores! Overtime winner for Bemidji! Noah Manassa wins it for the Bemidji Lumberjacks.
Just a great shot from the point there. Great slap shot. Number 1 for him. Cloquet Panger seems really upset that he let that goal in, but I mean, it was a great score by the Bemidji number 12, and I mean, a great game played by the Cloquet goaltender. I mean, he cannot be too upset. They're still in it. They have not lost out yet. They can make their way back through that loser's bracket. There's ultimate opportunity. He's just got to keep his head up and get ready for the next game.
Yeah, that was a beautiful shot by Manassa from the point. He got it by the goaltender. I mean, it was a very nice shot. And that wins it. 4-3 final here in overtime. Our first game goes to Bemidji. They're moving on to the North Region BAA semifinals tomorrow afternoon here at the IRA Civic Center. They will play the winner of Brainerd and Hermantown coming up here at 2 o'clock on Up North Hockey. So we'll have coverage of that one coming up next. Once again, Bemidji with the overtime victory, 4-3 over Cloquet Esco Carleton. We'll see you for the next game coming up on Up North Hockey. It's Hermantown and Brainerd.